Hello. Good evening, and welcome to the Hobby Corner. It is the first show of 2023 or 2023, however you want to say it. I hope you are well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you had a good time or a reasonable time, or survived the festive season and New Year's. It's kind of weird how we put such emphasis on quite an arbitrary point in the cycle around the sun. I mean, the calendar doesn't really mean much essentially, but to mark out the days that we're going around this star of ours. So it's weird that we put a lot of pressure on making accomplishments by then, or starting new accomplishments, but at the same time it's an easy way to keep track, I suppose. So anyway, so let me know in the chat if you got any hobby targets that you've set up for yourself, or if there are any that you could actually achieved from last year. Let's get that conversation going. And also let me know how you've been, what you've been up to. I want to say welcome back. Anyway, I got my mug of bin juice, boiling hot. That's why I was a bit late. And then I got a brewski for later, so I'm not going to put that near the fan on the laptop. I'm going to put it over there. Last thing I need is the bottle to just suddenly warm up and explode. So yeah, there we go. And I'll get to that point in a minute. Anyway, one of my Christmas presents. Yeah, indulgence, right? You know what? If I ever got a sponsorship from them, like, I'd be happy, because it is one of my indulgences, So yeah. There we go. Right, so let's do our little roll call, and then we'll get on to the plan of the show tonight. So start right up at the top. We've got Mr. Normski. Hope you're doing well. Considering, big loves to you and all our love and support straight to you, man. If you ever need a call, if you're feeling bummed out or lonely or whatever in hospital, just give us a call. Anytime, mate. Alright. So cheers to you, mate. Now we've also got Andrew. How you doing, mate? We got Mr. Tabletop Ready Minis. Hope you are well. Bill is in the chat as well. Waylander's wondering. Hope you're well. Lupus, Mr. Lupus Canis, celebrating 12 months as a member on YouTube. It's been a whole year since. It's been just over a year, actually. I think I became monetized a month before Christmas, actually, didn't I? Can you believe it? That's amazing. Well, congratulations, mate. We got Large Blast Podcast. How you doing? Glad to have you on board. We've got Gino as well. How you doing? Got the misadventures of Mr. Fish. How you doing, man? Hope you are good. We also got Phil from Ravensroot Miniatures. How you doing? All beautiful people, every single one of you. Ooh, Gina's celebrating 10 months. Look at that. Hey, the OGs. Wow, that's awesome. So thank you very much for your support. Going back to the comments in the chat, if we were going to do the year properly, we would have to have, if you still wanted to keep it as months, but you wanted even months, then you'd need 13 months of 4 weeks, because strangely February is the only month that has 28 days in it, if you ignore the leap year day that they get. that it gets. Every other month has got 30 or 31 days, but if you take away all those extra days and make all the existing months 28, you can hardly hear me. How about now? Is that better? Hang on, let me see. Did I turn myself down? Nope, there we go. All right. So if you take all of those extra days from every single month and make every month 28 days, you'll end up with 28 days. You're welcome. So you can have 13 months in a year. And actually there's some archaeological evidence that some civilizations did do the year like that. They did it by the equinox, and they did it by the lunar calendar as well, which would give you 13 months. So there you go. Good old Kev, me bloody looks. Hey, you said couldn't hear you, so there you go. I just brought it closer. Anyways, don't forget to throw a like and stuff like that. It's all good. If you like the show, you can subscribe as well. We got affiliate links and memberships and stuff, which I'll shill later at the end of the show. But for now, just jump on board, say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. We're all friendly. We don't bite unless you ask us to, of course. And yeah, let's get into it. So today's show, we are going to be announcing 2022's KFC champion, which is very exciting. There's a lot of speculation about who it could be, and it was definitely a close one. So yeah, and we might even have the champion themselves make an appearance on a show later on. So that is for in a bit, after the whole, first half hour of the show. Then of course we have the return of our community corner. So if you haven't already, hop over to the Discord, pop your stuff up, or even go over to the Facebook page, and find the post that has the link for tonight's show. It should be at the top of the page, and then post your pictures on there if you don't have Discord, and then we'll have a look and see what you've been up to the last couple of weeks, which is always my favorite bit. And then of course I've got these two. Ooh, I mean, it took bloody months, but I finally got it. Bayard's Revenge. And I didn't get it because it was a limited release. I got it because it's a Black Templar, which are they're all right to paint. They're not too challenging, but it is nice to sort of practice, like the light effects on black, trying to get that reflective look just right. And then, of course, I don't get to paint orcs ever. So it's 2 in 1. I mean, I was like, bang it. And then you get back over there, pop shield. Woo, there we go. And then I've got the Aberrant Ghoul King with Crown of Delusion, because I've got a small collection of Flesh Eater Courts, thanks to the Mortal Realms magazine premium stuff. And you know what? I thought about selling them on, but I kind of like them, so I've kind of hung on to them. But who knows? Maybe one day I might get rid of them. You never know. So yeah, that's it. And if I do, I'll let you. If I am going to sell anything, which I probably will have to in the next few months, just to thin things out, I'll give all the corner crew on the Discord first dibs. So there you go. Also, don't forget to remind me to drink my tea as well. So I think it's bin juice. That's it. And also, let's just get the Discord link up as well. There we go. Hey Dave, how you doing, mate? Good to see you about. Hope you're well. Hope New Year's treated you well. So yeah, what's the time now? The time is. Oh, we've got a little bit of time. All right, so let's turn that down. Always comes up so much louder in my ear. There we go. Alright, so got my tea, got my stuff. So which one should I put together first? What do you think? There we go. Which one should I do first? I mean, it comes. I would think maybe do this one first because I waited for it the longest. But I don't know, shall we have a look at the sprues first, just in case you lot haven't? I know, well, half of you have already got this mini. You scallywags. I blame it on my hesitancy. I didn't buy it first day it was available. Kind of menage about it for a week. Did I put any tunes on? Are you that deaf? There you go. Alright. Safety first. Oh, also, I do have a new video out tomorrow, believe it or not. So, well, I don't want it to drown me out. So, yeah, brand new video out tomorrow. For those who are on the Corner Crew memberships for both YouTube and Buy Me a Coffee, you've got to see it earlier than anyone else. I've sent out links and everything, so if you want to watch it post stream, go ahead, if you haven't already. And it's on my review of the Colourforge sprays finally. And what I've ended up having to do is breaking it down into a few videos because I didn't want the video to be too long. I wanted to get the gist of why these are different to what Army Painter or Games Workshop Citadel range provides. So I focused more on that, and then I want to do a couple of paint videos where I show what you could do with them, and then maybe I have a contrast one coming up. So I had the white, the light grey, and the bone coloured sprays, which were colour matches for the Citadel versions that were used as primers for contrast until they updated their white spray. So I did a side-by-side comparison with the Colourforge ones and the Games Workshop ones to see if there's any variation in the application of those contrast paints over those colours. You know, because there might be a slightly different finish or chemical effect or texture or whatever that might affect the outcome. And there's some interesting results, and I think I'm going to put those, each individual colour, as a separate video on YouTube Shorts. Just keep it short and sweet, I think, and then do a long form one for you guys who like to listen to me waffle. Anyways, so this one is the Bayard's Revenge. I have to say, I love the sword. The detail on the sword is awesome. Very nice. Yeah, it's all about the sword for me. And a dead orc is a nice touch. Dead or dying, I'm not sure. I haven't read the story. I think someone spoiled the ending. I do like the helmet as well. It's pretty cool. And then, yeah, I mean, can't go wrong for the price, can you? Just, if money is an issue, just save up for one. Don't ever go to Poundland and get theirs. Please, whatever you do. And Halfords is just not worth it either. So, well, this one, the sprue is a heck of a lot smaller than I thought. I was not expecting it to come in a tray. Hey. Okay. And there is the option to do it in sub-assembly, so you can put the throne together. So that's the back of the throne, that's the base of it. The waist is there, but I mean, if you paint around and then do the waist afterwards, it shouldn't be an issue. And you can paint the other bits and pieces, like you could stick the head on the torso and the arms if you wanted to. Alright, not impossible. Huh? I think I'll stick this one together first. Right, so, what are we doing for time? We got 10 minutes. Hey! Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. Look, really simple instructions. Let's see, what is it? What is it that he does best? Oh, come on. They give you Warcry stats, I think. Is that Warcry stats, or is that for a different game? I think that's for Warcry. Either that, or they've changed the icons in the new edition, which is a bit of a weird one. So what? Get 1 attack, move 1 inch. You've got 6 attacks. 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, -1 armor, 1 damage. I think that's what it is. No, he moves 6 inches, yeah. He's got 4+ save. He's got 6 wounds, 10 bravery. Oh, it's range 1 inch. Okay. Why did they have to go change the icons? Why did they even need icons? Why couldn't they just put bloody letters like they used to? Had to conflate it all, didn't they? Absolute sods. I'm looking at that thinking it's like Warcry, but it's not. It's just they've changed. So like it would have been like A for attacks and W for wounds and H for hits, and they just bloody hell. Alright. That's annoying me a little bit. Okay, so what are we doing? We are going to go up here. Alright. And then we are going to get these clipped out. You're stuffing your face. What with? It's 9 o'clock, mate. Well, it's later than 9 o'clock. It's 9:20. Don't tell me you're having dinner now. Or as you lot say, supper. Tea. Hey, I just dropped the bloody bit. By the way, this persistence of the northern folk to say that lunch is dinner. Look, you're not in the coal mines anymore, alright? There was a time where your lunch was your dinner. Okay, but it's not anymore. Your lunch is your lunch. Your dinner is your dinner. Gotta move with the times. There we go, that should wake up some of them. It's like kicking a hornet's nest. Second dinner. Oh, Gina. Really? Making you sleepy, is it? Get back to bed. You can't come in here, mate. Get back to bed. Can you close the door, please? The eldest just woke up. It's been doing it a lot lately. Thank you. It's been doing it a lot lately where he's waking up and then jumping in bed with us, and it's like, no mate, not happening. But the wife's just like too tired to bother a lot of the time. It's understandable. So, you're lurking, are you? You eat one meal a day, and that's when you feel hungry. Okay, so you're either fasting or you're living in poverty, whichever it is. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, there we go. Bill's making sense. Have I tried my airbrush yet? No, I'm still waiting for the thinner and the cleaner to come. I ordered them a few days ago, so they should be arriving maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. You know, because all the post strikes and that. So we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for sure. And you know what? Screw it. Right. Oosh. All right.
Good evening.
Hang on, let me just turn the music down. There we go. So, I was going to do something first. So just kick first. Just all right. All right. Yeah, let's have a look and see our KFC winner of last year, shall we? All right, so as I said, it was nerve-wracking, it was tight, it was close. We have you troll. We had no idea who was going to win, and then we only had one entry. But a good entry because I loved the concept nonetheless. So, for those who didn't know, last year, every month we did a painting competition, just for fun. And then I thought maybe I'd do a little something at the end of the year just to spice it up a bit. So all the winners from each month. Oh, we see ya.
I'll give you a treat.
Ooh. So each winner from each month got to go head to head on December. The busiest time of year for everyone, no less. Well thought out, I know. Um, yeah. And yeah, I gave him a very tricky task as well, which was you only had these 6 specific paints or ones that were color matched, and we put up charts for the various paint companies, and
CTR.
Adam and Dave helped with that. Yeah. And yeah, Bill was the only one who was brave enough to do it. So he posted a picture of his wet palette. He showed us the paints and the unpainted miniatures, and he chose quite a classy one actually. Oh, I need to rearrange that. Jeez, that's bad. There we go. Do it live. That's what we do here. Booyah! Look at that. So, congratulations, Bill. By the way,
Thank you.
you are the
I
ultimate
really
champion.
enjoyed the challenge, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah. What?
Getting the to paint black skin using monochrome was a real challenge to get it to look even halfway decent.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, you did very well indeed. And I love the fact that you went for the monochrome look and used the colors that you were restricted to as little little pops of excitement here and there, like the green on the snake and the little red tie. I thought that was really cool. I can't quite make out what the blue bit is on the other arm.
Beads. He's got beads wrapped around his arm, like a bead necklace or a rosary or something.
Okay, it's lovely. It's well executed for sure. There's
Well,
that profile
I was
really
kind of
works.
inspired. I'd just watched Sin City again, and because that was all in monochrome, but with little pops of colour, so you'd get a splash of red on a character, or a splash of blue, or a splash of green, or whatever you. That's what really gave me the inspiration to paint that guy like that. And I was really happy with the way the snake came off and the highlights on that. I liked the tie. I was just going to do the tie and then do all the rest monochrome, but it didn't jump out enough. Nobody can hear me, by the way.
Yeah, this show's about me, motherfucker.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad.
You got your own fucking channel. Piss off.
Yeah, my channel's not as professional as this, is it, mate? I mean, I start on time and everything.
I know. You seriously, you need to put some effort into not being on time and being irregular with your uploads. That's what a true professional does. Keeps everyone.
Quick go in the chat if you'd like me to tell you the inspiration again, seeing as Kev had me muted.
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
You saw Sin City and thought,
I just watched Sin City before I started painting it, and because that was all monochrome with a pop of colour, that made me want to paint this guy. This is a Reaper Miniatures Deadlands miniature, by the way, if anybody wants to get any. They're really nice. Mm-hmm. And because that was just the monochrome with the pop of colour, I was originally going to just do the tie in the red, but it didn't jump out enough. So then I did the snake, and I thought, fuck it, I'll do the blue as well. And he got the rosary done on his wrist.
So
the hardest part is getting the skin done. It's like black skin using just like blacks and greys is really fucking difficult.
Yeah, because it is quite easy to go too light with the greys when highlighting, isn't it? You got to sort of highlight, but keep it darker at the same time to show that it is
To
dark
be
skin
honest with you, the
reflecting light.
hardest part was not making him look like, Al Jolson or some black and white minstrels thing, which would have been just terrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that it definitely. It would draw a lot of unnecessary attention if the only entry to the KFC was a gollywog. So
That would have been.
yeah.
I would never live today. Antifa would have been knocking on my fucking door, man. Jesus Christ.
I'd have been turned
I'd
off
have,
and turned down. That's it.
I'd have had to hand in my lefty loon ticket, and I wouldn't be allowed to be a lefty anymore. It'd be awful.
So there you go. It's beautiful work, mate. And it goes
Thank
to show
you.
that sometimes less is
It
more.
was stiff competition, and I wish they'd stop sending me pictures of their stiff competition. Nobody needs that kind of thing. Unsolicited pictures. It's not called for.
Nothing wrong with a bit of stiff competition when it's consensual. There we go. Oh, but anyway, so yeah, I'm just letting people sort of take it in. So I'm putting each picture up for an extended amount of time. Not
Okay,
because I'm just trying to kill the time. But
I think I did put some pictures of the other guy that I did in Community Corner for the last show.
Ooh.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, we might be able to see it again. But
Yeah.
I just like I think you got the face down. I really do think. And so how did you achieve the greys, the various greys? Did you use contrast or any washes, or did you layer it up?
No, I just layered them on. I mean, like I said in one of the comments, bit of this, bit of that, bish bosh, slap it on a miniature.
There we go.
And progressively, I just started with the Mechanica Standard Grey, and just progressively added the white to it until I got the shades and the blend that I was looking for.
That's lovely, lovely work. So there we go. So, Mr. Bill, you are the. Oh, let's put you as focus. There we go. Ta-da! So you are. Oh, what am I doing? I could just do this. There we go. So you are the proud owner of your very own commemorative T-shirt. You are the owner of a voucher to get yourself a bucket of chicken from KFC, and you're also the proud owner of a £20 voucher for Element Games. Look at that.
Well, you do know what I said about the prizes.
Yes.
I only want the T-shirt, and I think that you should carry over the other prizes, because there was only me entering it, to a future KFC competition.
Yeah.
Because, it was just me that entered, so I feel kind of like I didn't really earn the extra prizes.
Well, there you go. Mr. Benevolent Waylander himself. He's turned down the opportunity to have a whole family bucket to himself. So
plus I don't shop at Element Games.
Oh, you don't?
No, mate. I shop at Mighty Lancer Games or Wayland Games because they give me a better deal. They're the ones that I have my shill with.
Fair enough. I was, you know what? I was gonna go with Waylander, not Waylander.
How could I not go with Wayland Games?
I was gonna go with Wayland Games, but the old waylaid sort of thing just stuck too much for me, and yeah, I did order something from them once, and it was like, yeah, you'll get it in 2 weeks, and it was like 2 months later sort of thing, and I was like, that kind of let me down a bit. So I just went with the reliability was, but I'm sure they've they've improved. I'm sure they've gotten better since.
When I ordered, I think it was Kill Team Morocco, I accidentally ordered the French version from Wayland Games, and I didn't realise for a couple of days. And all I had to do was I gave them a bell, and they let me send the French one back, and they sent me an English one out straight away. So the customer service is amazing.
Oh.
Because, I'm not playing 40k in French.
No. Well. Could you imagine? The
Lord, the specimen is dead.
I just turned into Joey from Friends. Je veux que les pupus. That's me rolling all sixes. Anyways, so no, I mean, Mighty Lancer's been on my periphery for sure. But actually, I've been at the moment.
Mighty Lancer had the stand right next to Elston and Pickle at Chilcon.
They did.
They're the ones that sold me that Star Wars box set.
Yeah, and they did you a deal. They did you a steal, if anything.
They did. It was a good price. It was a really good price. And I've got 4 videos out of it so far, so I'm quite happy.
Well, there you go. It's getting its money's worth, isn't it? That's awesome.
I mean, you've only seen 2 of them because the other 2 haven't been released yet, but I've got 4 videos out of that.
You got videos done in advance? Oh, you really are professional.
I've got a video. I've got Obi-Wan for Wednesday. That's a long video. It's about 45 minutes. It's really long. And I've got Droideckers for the week after, but that's in real time, and it's less than 15 minutes to paint 4 of them.
Fair enough, but...
So, yeah, I've got a few in advance.
I don't think I've ever had more than 1 extra video, like, ready to go, ever.
Oh, when I was doing the Crow videos, I had months in advance.
Yeah, I'm just terrible. I'm lazy. I'm a procrastinator. I suck at it, But
by the way, because I bought the stuff that you'll see on Community Corner when it comes up, I need some tutorials for how to paint cat fur.
Cat fur?
I've never painted cat fur, believe it or not.
Depends.
I need some tutorials. Link me up some tutorials, boys and girls.
It depends if you want any colour variations, like patches, stripes, that sort of thing.
You know the Dungeons and Dragons character, Tiamat, the 5-headed dragon?
Right.
And she's got a head for each colour of dragon, so white, green, blue, black, red.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do the 5-headed kitty cat as a tabby cat, a ginger, a calico, Siamese type, and then probably a black cat for the 5th head.
Right.
And I need tutorials on how to get those effects done, because looking at pictures, they look kind of difficult, especially on like a 28mm scale miniature. It's not a very big miniature.
Okay. So there's probably lots of tutorials out there. But
but this is a good community. They'll throw straight at me.
Yeah, from a technique standpoint, and like if you got the links, pop them up in the Discord so we can get them. But if you're doing it traditional, no contrasts style paints, it's about the technique of how you paint. So you do your flat color, and then for your highlight, it's going to be just lots of little lines going like that. And if you do any patterns like stripes or patches, then you want to have that scratchy look overlapping. So it's not a full blend, it's a rough blend, and then that will look like the fur is crossing over. So I hope that helps. But I think a visual aid would be better.
But it will be fun.
Yeah. I think, Griffhound kind of counts, doesn't it? Griffhound. There you go. Got one from years ago. Oh shit.
I'll be painting them, Gina, using the standard base and layer technique, I think. I've got something else that I'm going to do with contrast.
There you go. Oh, that's a terrible shot. Hang on, let me change camera. You got me on the big screen, right?
Yes, I've got you on the big screen.
Okay, so here you go. That's what I did for that. You see, it's not really flat, but because it's quite a strange creature, it didn't really have any fur texture to it. So
well, that's it. I haven't painted anything with fur since I did a Bretonian army back in 97, 98.
Yeah. So as you can see, like, it's not an even split between the colours of the underbelly and the top coat.
Where the orange, the white comes together.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, and then with the stripes, I had them cross the colours to tie it all in. So
right.
Yeah,
it looks good, man.
So there we go. That's from back when the first Age of Sigmar box set came out. Was that 6 years ago?
Yeah, cheers. And that sounds awesome. Some barber's clippings I'll be smashing. That sounds great. Sort of people do you have me talking to?
I know. Or you know what you could do, actually, that would be very interesting. You can get a lot of a variety of coloured static grass, and you can get different lengths of it as well. You get really short head grass.
So 2 mil and 4 mil.
Yeah, why not just use that?
Good.
I've seen it used for and I really like that technique for, like damage on Necrons. Someone had like the bright green static grass, and they put a little bit in like where the damage is to look like sparks coming out.
Right. That sounds quite cool, actually.
So why not use it for fur?
Make note, stealing that for later.
Go for it, man, because I tried it once and the static grass came off a long time after going in and out of the case so many times.
It's one of the wonderful things about there being so many different miniature painters on YouTube now. You've got someone like Tavarian who paints miniatures to such a high standard, and you think, well, I'm not doing that because that's ridiculous. You're never going to paint an army that way. And then you've got us who can knock out a couple of miniatures in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen? Like, we all know about Elston. Elston can just pump them out.
I watched him paint those two Titans in a week. 2 Titans in a week, and man's a machine.
Yeah, and then, but we also got was it the Big Geordie Geek?
I watch Pickle and Dean paint things.
Yeah,
I watch Elston. I watch Ninjon and Tavarian, and that's pretty much it. Apart from I watch yours obviously and Phil.
Yeah, Big Geordie Geek. Used to do podcast. Haven't done really much in a while.
He hasn't put anything out for a while, though.
Yeah, Edge of Empire was
Orky book opening.
Yeah, Edge of Empire was the channel. But every single day, without fail, almost, or every couple of days, there's completed stuff popping up on the Discord. And it is crazy how much they finish. There you go. Some more again. There's some more again. And in work in progress as well. So, well, actually, not so much in work in progress because they just finished this stuff. Oh, there's one there. But, like, most of the time, it's just they start painting something and they just go right to completion. And that's cool. There's like Phil from Raven Rook Miniatures. He goes through a lot as well. So I want to get to that stage, but I do feel like embracing an airbrush is going to be the way I can do that, because you get the large colours done quickly.
Definitely inspiring watching someone like Phil who will paint a miniature during a live stream and to the standard he paints at.
Oh yeah, that's scary actually. Like, but I guess it's just, you know, like, it's practice, it's understanding the color theories
for sure.
and the shading and everything. It's a whole thing in itself.
Well, that's it. I'm a really slow painter for the most part. Those Droid deckers that in the video in a couple of weeks are amazingly quick for me. I mean, the 45-minute video for Obi-Wan, that's maybe 16, 18 hours worth of painting boiled down into, you know, a 45-minute video, because that's how slow I work. I don't see it as you must get this so many videos to paint these miniatures in 5 minutes. I don't care about 5 minutes. I want them to look nice.
Yeah.
You know, I could paint them in 5 minutes, but they look like dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for, like, you know, the YouTube shorts and on Instagram they do the short form tutorials where they go like, this is how you could do this, and it's short and sweet, so it cuts out the faff. But at the same time, I mean, that's great if you want to just quickly find out a technique and then apply it, and if you can apply new techniques well, it's fine. But long form videos, I find, you know, like, it feels more like someone's sitting with you and they're talking you through it, and you could pause.
I've been considering doing fewer paint this particular model or this particular character and more. You know, I've got some miniatures that I'm going to be doing that flame effect that I did on Spider-Man. And video is going to be just the flame effect, because getting that technique down pat, I think, is as important as being able to paint, you know, the whole thing. And of course, all the skills are transferable to any miniature.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's all stuff that adds more tools to your toolbox when it comes to being able to paint a miniature to a better standard. So, you know, there's always something to learn. But equally, it is quite tricky, because you learn a new technique, you practice it to death to get good at it, and then other techniques start falling off the wagon a bit, and it's keeping a balance on all these different aspects. And that's why I admire a lot of these higher end miniature painters who can keep the consistency in what they do.
Someone like Tavarian or Ninjon, who paints to such a high standard, and, you know, these are Golden Demon winner types. You can't, I know I'll never be that good again, but, you know, it's nice to watch.
I think I peaked.
And it definitely gives you ideas of somewhere to pick other things up.
I think I peaked when I was like 15, 16, when I had the most time to paint, because I had the practice then. I haven't ever had the time since, like I had then.
I think I peaked when I was working in the store, because, you know, you spent so many hours painting every day. I probably peaked then. I mean, you can see the double glazing that I've got on, so, you know, that certainly doesn't help. And I find that I've got one of those visor things. It's so uncomfortable to wear. It's so uncomfortable to wear, man. It digs into the bridge of your nose, and yeah, no fun.
You need something to clip onto your specs, you know, like just a little lightweight,
like a jeweler's lens.
Yeah, and you just like that. That's what you need, one of those glasses that has the multiple lenses that just drop down.
Yeah. So it looked like something out of a steampunk cartoon.
Yeah, or you know, maybe the guy who repainted Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, I'll start wearing a top hat with some cogs and shit stuck to it.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd suit you. have a cane.
Big flamboyant Victorian waistcoats with flowers and shit on.
Yeah, have a decadent walking stick that, you know, has a blade that pulls out the end. Why not?
My granddad used to have a sword stick.
Sweet.
My granddad had a sword stick in his wardrobe for years, and then one day it just disappeared. It's never to be seen again.
A relative definitely grabbed that for sure. How you doing,
Oh,
Gunstar?
definitely. Oh, it's probably one of my uncles that robbed it.
Probably. It's too cool not to. All right.
Definitely.
So, anyways, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just so everyone knows what you won, I'm going to...
The gloves are, because I have arthritis, mate, and they're pressure gloves. They're really tight, so they're pressure gloves. That's what they are, mate.
Yeah, it's not because he's impoverished and can't afford heating.
No, we've got heating on.
Yeah, they burn coal and wood up there, up north.
They're because I have arthritis, and the pressure gloves, they stop my hand swelling up too much. That mean I can actually pick up a brush and do some painting.
There you go.
Anyway, I think you were trying to get rid of me.
Yeah, but I just want to show the T-shirt that you've decided to keep hold of. Here we go. So it's an exclusive. It's not available for purchase. It is literally a one-off design. I'll do something different, but I have taken on board your suggestion that we should have the face-off, the big champion face-off, in the middle of the year when people are less busy, just before the summer holidays, so that way, you know, no one's constrained by kids being off school and stuff like that.
I'll be wearing the T-shirt at ChillCon and we'll be signing autographs if anybody wants one.
Oh, I love it. Alright, it's just taking its time loading up. Come on, refresh.
Well, you can always sing us a song while we're waiting, mate.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Do-do, 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 do-do.
Alright, come on. Yeah, it's not loading up. Ah, well, never mind. You can't see it until he wears it. He'll do a sexy selfie once it arrives. For sure.
I don't think anybody's ready for that.
Yeah, I want to see you in gold hot pants and rollerblades.
just the T-shirt.
Put on a Dutch accent and you could be gold member from Austin Powers.
It's very good. I don't think I can do Dutch.
I have a Dutch accent. Isn't it funny?
He used to be able to do Eastern European very well, but he's not so good anymore.
Oh, that's terrible. Go back to acting class.
American technology, Russian technology. It's all made in Taiwan.
Yeah, it's not getting any better.
It was the Russian cosmonaut from Armageddon.
I can't. I'm still hearing what you just said. It's terrible. But I still have in my head you dressed up as gold member.
Oh dear.
Quick and take my skin before I eat it. It's so crispy.
Oh, that one's keeper.
It's a keeper.
By the way, Austin Powers movies have just come onto Netflix if anybody's interested.
Oh, really? Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's almost as if everything's like come together because I actually have a little clip of Austin Powers in my review that's going live tomorrow. So it's gonna look too like, you know what I mean? The Matrix is alive, yo.
The Matrix.
Quick. Let's move on before I get accused of being a right-wing extremist.
The Matrix, there we go.
Anyways, man,
Yeah.
it's been lovely having you on.
Free cars anymore, I'll tell you that for free.
Ah, okay. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
You're
Absolute
welcome, mate.
pleasure as always, and thank you so much for participating in the competition and uh, graciously moving the prizes onto a future competition so you can feel like you earned it.
My pleasure, mate.
But
My
to be
pleasure.
honest, I feel like
And to
you
all the
did
viewers,
earn it though.
well, I suppose I did. I mean, I was the only one that actually put any work into it, so yeah, I earned it.
You took the challenge and you came up pretty solid. So,
And to all you losers out there, I'd have won anyway.
oh, shots fired. All right, man. Big loves to you, and thank you
I
again,
earned,
man.
man.
Right, so we're gonna hop over to community corner now, see what you lot have worked on. So let's do that, shall we? Oh, that was terrible, that lagging, wasn't it? There we go. Just finding where it was. Right, I'm gonna hang up on that. Go back up there. Ah. All right. It was almost smooth. It was almost smooth. All right. So there we go. We're there. We're gonna drop that down to say there. I'm gonna press play here. And wasn't it lovely having Bill back on, eh? And there's Mr. Fish with the lyrics there. Lovely. Gotta have the lyrics, right? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Anyways, Community Corner is back. We get to see what you lot have been working on. Your work in progress, completed stuff, projects you have planned. We love to see it because it helps spread all that like hobby juice for everyone. Don't read too much into what I just said because it seems a bit icky. So, starting off at the top, we got Mr. Fish, and he says he's finally got some paint done this year. Finished off a squad of commandos and deathcopters. So there's his commandos in his infamously unique colour scheme. Looking very nice. And there are the deathcopters, the most sought after unit for orcs for so many years, for sure. So there we go, coming along very nicely. Oh, by the way, I'm getting a bit thirsty, so I forgot to say cheers, Bill. There we go. That's better. Now it's a Friday night. So, yeah, thanks for sharing, Mr. Fish. Mark from Tabletop Ready Minis. Oh, a frog stuck in my throat. Hang on, 1 second. There we go. So, he's been working on this Lizardman group, and it just looks awesome. I love the deep shade, which contrasts very nicely with the light blue skin, the vibrant feathers. It looks awesome. I can't fault it at all. Except the rims of the bases could be a lot more tidier. That's disgusting, mate. It's all patchy and everything. What kind of nonsense is that? I ain't even tabletop ready. Shocking. But otherwise, it looks great, mate. So, thanks for sharing. Definitely has been working on some other bits. So he's got his Lord Celestin primed. Oh, very bright that. So it's Lord Imperatant. My bad. Because he's got his staff of office, isn't he? And he's got these dudes all sprayed up and ready to go. Looking lovely. They're about to bring some pain. And he's working on Bayard's Revenge. And he's got some colours blocked in. He's doing a big sub-assembly there. I think that's going to be the way I'll do the sub-assembly as well. Yeah, I might do that. It depends on how much of a gap there is between the hand bits. But yeah, I can't wait to see how they progress, mate. So thank you for sharing. Next up is Waylander. So he's got his roly-poly droids, which look awesome. And they only took him 15 minutes to do as well, which is cool. Mr. Fish says he's still got some details, but ooh. Well, they're coming along very nicely, and they're not finished yet, says Mark. Might do a goblin green rim. No one likes a green rim. It's all about the brown rim. Hey. Enough of that. Still need a kitty cat fur tutorial. So this is what he was on about. He wants to do it in a Tiamat style. So each one having different colour fur. Which I think would look really cool. I mean, like all the faces don't even look the same either. Like there's different shapes and fur length there. So lots to make the most of. So yeah, if anyone's got a tutorial on fur, take it its way. And of course, 5 dragons in a coat. There you go. Yeah, thanks, Bill. It was implied, it didn't need to be said. You filthy animal. Some better photos of the Lizardmen from Mark. So there you go. He still didn't do the rims. Terrible. But I like the little blends that you got going on there. On the feathers. That's pretty cool. And yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool indeed. He just looks like he's about to scare some children away, doesn't he? Ah. I like that purple as well. That's really nice. And then you got these little skinks. Yeah, little swishy tails. There we go. Great work, dude. Great work. Next up is Underhive Hero working on the wash and base rims during the show tonight. Awesome. Look at that. Some Iron Warriors ready to go. Other than rim, first mini of the year finished. There we go. So it's not finished until the rim is painted, mate. You can't just say other than the rim it's finished. No, you have to paint the rim as well for it to be finished. Oh, Bill with the edging jokes now. Disgraceful, mate. Yep, there's plenty of jokes about rimming, edging, and whacking off. Because if you want to do dry brush, you got to whack off plenty of the paint. Last bit of the spam, had one of the blind box marine heroes laying around and decided I wanted to convert my own to take on the Master of Execution for his Iron Warriors. Okay, merging in the bit spots later. Very interesting. Okay. I kind of get an idea of what you're going for. Oh, the poor guardsman. Ah, no, wait. Sorry, for a split second I thought it was a Kriegsman, but it's not. It's Primaris. Ah, it's alright. They're a dime a dozen these days. Is that a balled up fist? Is he mad? Is he talking? Oh, he's talking to a skull. Okay. He's reciting some poetry. I think that's going to look really cool once it's painted up, dude. So thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, you always got to make sure that your wet palette is moist as well. I swear, like, if I talk for more than 5 minutes, I die. I think that's what it is. So thank you very much again for sharing. Large Blast Podcast is... I love the way that name rhymes, by the way. That's an interesting sculpt, isn't it? Yeah. I like the style of the weapon. It's pretty cool. An Escher sculpt I've been working on, he says. I mean, it's very Escher-esque for sure. But yeah, I want to know what this weapon is. Like, what is that all about? It's pretty gnarly. But yeah, it's got all the elements that you'd expect from Escher, for sure. And that blade looks savage. I like the fact that you got like spiked, steely heeled shoes. That's pretty cool. Oh, and you've done a test print as well. Hey, that came out alright, didn't it? Could be a needler, yeah. That looks banging. I can't wait to see how that comes out once you painted it up. Combi bolt and needler. Ah, there we go. Isn't that the type of weapon that one of the assassins uses? It's not Cletus, is it? Cletus is the shape-shifting one, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I pretend I know, but I don't really know. So thanks for sharing, dude. Again, keep us updated on how that progresses. Waylander, he's shared the other guy. So there you go. He's a little pop of colour just there. And a little bit of gold there. But the rest, a nice monocratic scheme there. And there you go. He has managed to... The Eversaw. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Wolferstone. So yeah, he's managed to get the tones right on the skins with monochrome. Like you saw, the previous one was supposed to have a darker skin tone, and it came across like that, and this one comes across with that lighter skin tone. So well done, dude. Next up, Phil. He's working on his Sons of Horus. Also kit bashed a demon from a Korgoroth. Also finished my red Gobbo conversion. So that's going to be your heavy support there. Very nice. Plenty of Daka there. These are Volkites, right? That's going to really hurt. There's going to be no tanks left. Actually, no, these aren't really good for tanks, are they? They're like anti-armor, I think, but they're not like tank busting armor. That makes sense. I don't know. What do I know? And of course, another captain getting ready to look spexy. There you go. I painted these two up, if you remember. No, not both of them actually. I only painted this one up. I didn't paint up this one yet. But I did the what was it? The grim dark style, if you remember. There you go. Contempt to Dread looking boss with Volkites just tucked under there, no less. Why not? And then this is the Korgoroth turned demon, which works really well actually. If you were ever to convert something from the Bloodbound This is it. Slapping wings on the back. I want to see how you attach those wings as well, actually. But yeah, I mean, it looks great. I can't wait to see the paint job that you do. And then the red gobbo conversion, which is so sick, because it's in that, what was it? It's a Space Wolf, like sleigh attached to giant squig thing, and it's the red gobbo. It's just, how can you not enjoy that? Oh, it's a Leviathan, is it? Yeah, because Contemptors have skinny legs, don't they? My apologies. Yeah, it's a Leviathan because it's got the extra armor and it's a chunky boy. Okay, right, I got it. All right. You see, I don't really do Horus Heresy, so how am I to know? But I'm glad you're there to educate me. That didn't sound sarcastic at all. I love the fact you got a grot running away with some of the decorations as well. That's just brilliant. It's a masterpiece. For sure. Bill says that Kit Bash, chef's kiss. I have to agree. That's crazy. There we go. Look at him just right along there, setting a light to flares. He's having a jolly good time. I love it. I like the fact that you even put like a red nose and antlers on the wolf. That's amazing. Yes, the Colexus was the pariah, the psychic pariah. Oh, he did share it. Sweet. Oh, that is such a neat attachment there. Damn. I thought I was going to see like tons of green stuff. Did you use sprue goo then? Or was it just a case of doing a clean cut on it? Oh, look at the fingerprints though. You got glue all over your hands, did you? Terrible. You're so terrible. That's awesome. Look at that. Thank you so much everyone for showing off your stuff. I'm feeling the hobby juices flowing right now. Ooh. And that was last time's, wasn't it? All that awesome sauce right there. Alright. Sweet. Well, there we go. That is the end of that for show. I enjoyed it very much. Just plastic cement and melted in place. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Right, so this ghoul. Shall we have a look now? Shall we have a look? So, there we go. So yeah, as I was saying, I got a video live tomorrow. Those who are on the YouTube and Buy Me a Coffee memberships, they've already had access to it. And who knows? Maybe I'll get to review more of their sprays if this goes well. So make sure there's plenty of not to tip the scales of course, but make sure there's plenty of engagement on the video in the comments. Share it out to everyone, you know, do all that awesome stuff, because this is my first big company review. You know, like I've done smaller companies like Pagan Miniatures, which amazing miniatures, and for little hobby tools from Garthy with his Get a Grip paint handle and his Have a Puck, where you put your larger pots in so they don't fall over, and they've been great. And I've done like, you know, hey, this thing's good and that thing's bad and this is all right, as just opinions, but I've never had actual products sent out to me from a large company. So this is a bit of a big deal, but I've treated it like I treated every other review. So there was no favoritism or special treatment. I've looked at it from an objective standpoint. Does it do this? Does it do that? Is it comparable? That sort of thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm trying to get better at my videos as well. So there's a little bit of improved cinematography in there. It's not that much, but because I can't put too much effort, you're starting like expecting it all the time, and we can't have that, can we? Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna end up breaking these headphones before I've even had the chance to get life out of them. There we go. Right, so let's carry on with this. I'm gonna stick on here until, say, past. I'm gonna try and stick to 1.5-hour shows, because 2 hours is a bit long for me to be talking, rasping and coughing, and of course I'm probably setting a lot of you asleep as well with my dulcet tones. Anyways, so yeah, hobby resolutions. What's going on there? Also, what do you think about the Space Marine box sets that are coming up, and why is it that you agree with me when it comes to the White Scars box being ridiculous? Because Corsaron is on foot, but his whole box set is on vehicles. You know what I mean? Is Smeagol back? No, Smeagol's not back. It's so easy to slip into. It is so easy to slip into Smeagol, though. Yes, precious. Those filthy, thieving hobbitses. Oh dear. Never mind. It's actually a lot easier if you've got a frog in the throat as well. Makes you sound a lot more decrepit and tired. So, yeah, my hobby resolution this year is to not subscribe to another Partworks magazine. The reason why is because it has basically dictated what I do hobby-wise for the last, it must be about 4 or 5 years they've been doing. No, it's about 4 years they've been doing them. Almost as long as the channel's been around. So yeah, it's dictated a lot of the content on this channel, and I still want to have a focus on new and returning hobbyists, because, you know, that's basically my wheelhouse, you know, the basics that anyone can get a grasp of. Yeah, that's my bread and butter. So I've got to sort of keep to that. But I want to do different things, you know. So I want to explore airbrushing. I want to explore what I can do with a wet palette. I want to explore all these different things. so that I can provide the best all-round coverage of the hobby. Not just, hey, look, I paint stuff with a brush, because this is, and I actually want to get into more detail about brushwork as well, because that is basically what the majority of us do, paint stuff with a brush. So I want to get that down. I also want to get the airbrush down, the wet palette down, sub-assemblies, planning, projects and color theory, and then build up to the extra effects and stuff like that, and maybe do short tutorials on those. Nothing like 10-20 minutes long, but like, you know, a couple of minutes. Here's what you do and this is how you do it, sort of thing. But of course, I am open to suggestions as well. So if you lot have certain things you want to see, just let me know in the Discord, in the think tank. But also, and this is very important, if you do join the memberships, you will get a bigger say on what you want to see, because of course you're donating money towards the channel. So I want to make sure that, you know, you're getting your value for your penny. So yeah, if you ever have any requests and you're on the memberships, you'll get first dibs. And then of course anyone who throws in ideas in think tank on the Discord will also get to see the stuff appear at some point. So there you go. Bill says he fell off his bike in it, or Ferris is in disguise. Peer pressured into it, says Andrew. Oh dear. Let's see. They're going to sell a bike separate. Oh dear. Oh, that would be bad, wouldn't it? Dave says my hobby resolution is to actually maybe paint something. Yeah, more than the 2 that you painted last year for sure. Still got those minis at mine waiting for you, fella, says Waylander. And he says his hobby resolution to actually use his wet palette and airbrush more. Yeah, don't let those tools go to waste. I'd like to see you paint things in red, yellow, quarter panels, says Andrew. We've already done that. We're not doing it again. Get out of here. Thanks, Dave, for popping the link there. Gina says, I want to see more Necrons with socks and Crocs. No. It's done. The joke is over. That's it. I can't rinse the same joke. You know, I have some self-respect, believe it or not. Honestly, I do. But yeah, like I said, pop it in the think tank, and we'll see how we get on with it. But if you're gonna troll, I'll buy ya. Alright, so I'm going to do this one in sub-assemblies, so let's get that ready. 2,000 points worth. So, or do a McFarlane Necron in Croc and socks in the Howling Griffins paint scheme. You are disgusting people. I hope you get an irritating itch on your foot that doesn't go after you scratch it, and keeps you awake all night. Bitch. No, I'm joking. I haven't done one of them. Yeah, it's new and fresh, not a rehash. Yeah, sure. Don't encourage him, Gina. Dave says, how about starting a black-green THC custom chapter? Yeah, but it would be very tough for them to not look like Black Templars with like a bit green to show which company they are, or salamanders with black details, you know. No, not half panel scheme. Ah, oh, Andrew, you're barred. That's it. Get out of here. Oh dear. I mean, it's a good idea. The color scheme. It would be different. What would the logo be though? What would the chapter icon be? Stripes. Black and green stripes. Eek. That'd be painful. Yes, it would make them different to Templars, but it's got to be enjoyable as well, right? Where does your foot go? Does it go there? I don't care. It's going there. Right, so it sort of goes like that. And that leg goes there. Okay. Right. KFC bucket. Yeah, that'd be an interesting chapter icon for sure. All right. Bin juice mug for badge. Gina puts the bin logo. Okay. Wheelie bin would be a bit hard to paint. Robin Reliant looking land speeders. Oh no. Oh no, it's becoming a thing now, isn't it? What, shall we make the those support cannons, what are they called? Should we make them look like wheelie bins? They're black and green, and then THC initial on the chapter badge shoulder. Custom print them. Could custom print. Do you know anyone that does custom transfer prints? That's not like ridiculously expensive. Hey friend dog, how you doing, man? Glad you could join us. Kev as chapter master. I've already done a chapter master for me in it's alright, so when I was growing up, okay, this is story time. So when I was growing up, and you probably heard this before on on my like what got me into hobby intro video, and like, you know, occasionally get taken up to Games Workshop by my granddad, and this is like when I'm about 8, 9, 10, and he'd say, okay, you got £10, pick something. And it would normally be like during a holiday break when we're staying at my grandparents. So, you know, it's just something to keep me busy, and my brother as well. So, you know, back then, £10 could get you a few things, actually. Heck, you could get a 10-man squad for £12. I think it was, yeah. So, yeah, I got a few bits and pieces here and there as and when I had whatever money. And then when I was a bit older and I had the paper round as a teenager, or, you know, when the occasional birthday came along, and I'd get bits and pieces, but I never had enough to get a tank or anything like that. So it was mostly troops. The Terminators that I had, the 5 Terminators that I had, were from like the original plastic Terminators, like, so they were quite stocky like this, like short, bunched up like this, and they were actually put into a beginner paint box set. So you had some paints, a brush, and then you had like 5 miniatures in it to paint up. So yeah, they were like easy to build as well. And then yeah, just built loads of troops. I had like only a 5-man squad of assault marines. I had 5 Terminators, had 1 dreadnought with the worst loadout at all. It had a twin link las cannon, and then it had the power fist with the bolt, the storm bolter, like combat assault style with long range. Didn't make sense whatsoever. And the land speeder, because I had the 3rd edition box set, so you had like 20 tactical marines and a land speeder in that, right? So I had those, and then I had the metal command squad as well. And, you know, it was just a mishmash of everything, but it's mostly troops. And then I had like a whole bunch of bikes, because bikes for the longest time were like £5 for one. So I had a whole bunch of those bikes, and then one attack bike. Like, it was so bad. So yeah, they were just bad. They lost pretty much every time, but I just had fun with it. And I made my own custom Space Marine chapter, because I think it was the 5th edition Space Marine Codex, which gave you like a whole like framework of how you could create your own Space Marine chapter, name them, do the ranks and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And so I came up with the idea of Kev Marines. So bad. And basically what it was, they were largely ex Ultramarines, because you know, before then I painted mostly Ultramarine stuff, and then they had like the chapter logo like scratched out with silver paints, looked like it got scratched off, and then I put like a smiley emoji face on there instead, and they were the Kev Marines, and I did all different chapter colors and stuff like that, but the unifying theme was that smiley face logo, and they were Kev Marines. And it was the idea was they were all just like rejects who just did so bad that death was too much of an easy way out. So they got booted out the chapter, and then it just sort of conglomerated together and became this thing of absolute rubbish Space Marines who can't do any stuff right. So yeah, that was it. So all the different colours, and then the chapter master was Kev, and it was it was just after the captain box came out, and you could have all the different options in it. So Stormbolter, Power Claw, because why have two Power Claws? It don't make sense. And then I still had bits left over from the 3rd edition box set, from the Dark Elder bits. You could have like the row of spikes go along the head. So I put 2 of those along the head because for a little while in high school I had a double mohawk. So, that was that. And it was painted with green tips. It was so bad. And then the chapters, Reclusiarch, it was just a basic chaplain, but I'd put 2 blades on either side of his helmet, and I painted his face up to look like the mask of Donnie Darko. So he only had one eye that was like lit up and the other one was blacked out. Yeah, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I still got a lot of them still in their original condition, and then I went on a bit of a purge because I wanted to revamp all my old miniatures during 7th edition. So I took apart and stripped a whole bunch of them because like a lot of them were broken, the pieces missing, stuff like that. So yeah, I just got bags of bits now of Space Marines from that original chapter and half beaten up Marines, but there's a core element of that original yeah, there was a core element of that original chapter. So bring back the double hawk. Yeah. So there you go. Anyways, let's just catch up on the chat. It's terrible. Things you do when you're inspired as a teenager, right? Gun bins. There we go. This might have actually inspired me to paint. No, that's really that would be really fitting in a commando orc army, to be honest. And just paint on the front like misspelt recycling, no orc in here. Oh, Mr. Fish, please do that. Please do a wheelie bin with that painted on the front. Yeah, recycling, no orc in here, and just have like the eyes of the orc poking out between the gap of the lid. That'd be sick. Or even better, you could have 2 grots in there, one peering out and the other one holding the gun, like so one's on each other's shoulders, so one's looking out and the other one's got a gun like pointed out of a little hole in the front of it, and just do it as a count as grot tank. That'd be just wheelie bin grot tanks. That'd be amazing. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for that. That was a good melding of ideas there. That's terrible. Right, I'm just catching up on the chat. If you have access to a laser printer, which I don't, you can buy decal paper on Amazon. Yeah, no, I don't have a laser printer. Mine actually uses ink. It's annoying. Mephiston and other characters were between 6 and 8 quid. Yeah. Oh, 10-man squad was a tenner when you started. Yeah, when I started it was about 12. I want to play a spike at a GW painting competition. Wow. Um, definitely before. Oh, okay. You're going down memory lane now, are ya? All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna call it there. Yeah, it's been a very long week, and it's day off work tomorrow, but it's home with the kids, so it's going to be a very busy day. But I've enjoyed it. I've had fun. So a big congratulations once again to Wolfenstone, not Wolfenstone. Well, yeah, to Wolfenstone for having a sound Christmas and New Year's. From what you told me, it went all right. So good on ya. And then even bigger congratulations to Waylander, Mr. Bill. So everyone, throw your cheers and congrats in the chat. Well done. You had the balls to stand up to that final challenge, so you earned your right as the ultimate KFC champion of 2022. So well done, mate. This month is going to be an easy one. This month is literally going to be paint whatever you got from Christmas or you bought yourself. Whatever you want. Paint anything. I'll put the rules up on the thing. We will try and organize, because I got this idea from the Pickle Jar channel, so just I'm throwing it where it's due, but it makes a lot of sense. So what I want to do is, a week before we start the challenge, I want to announce what the challenge is going to be, rather than like at the end of one I announce the next one. That way it'll give you guys a bit of an idea of what you want to do. I might even extend it to 2 weeks, so there's some overlap. Don't make wheelie bin jokes, Gina. That's beneath you. She says it's wheelie bin fun, Kev. Terrible. So yeah, so this month, nice and easy, paint whatever you want. What I want to do is have the paint off, so it's going to be a shorter season, but we're going to have a paint off in June. That'll be 6 months bang on, and it's before July, August, mayhem time. So we'll do it then. So there'll be 5 people going up against each other for that. And then from then on, we will do the 11 months and the 12th month being the big thing. So, yeah, hopefully it'll get a bit more exciting. So this month, remember, show your original miniature, whatever it is, unpainted. It could be primed. And then 3 pictures of the completed thing. Any colours, anything. Just make it as vibrant and as exciting as possible. The bigger the better. Like, just go all out. Enjoy yourselves. Absolutely go crazy, but stay within your wheelhouse as well if you're comfortable with that. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. Thank you, Dave, for putting all the shill in there. Discord, Element, coffee, great. Merch. That's what it is. It's merch. Yeah, go check out. If you're on Discord, there's an exclusive deal going on. There's 10% off the Teespring merch. I've revamped it. We've got a new design up. So go have a look if you haven't already. It's on the base price right now, and then there's an extra discount on top. So if you ever wanted to show your support, I'm not making money out of it really, but you'll get to show your support by having a mug like I have, or a t-shirt. Oh, we got banners. There's actual banners on there as well, so go check it out for that as well. It's awesome. And yeah, big loves to everyone for your support, especially these lot. who've joined the memberships. You're all beautiful people. Thank you so much. Lupus, Tabletop, Gina, Scuba Pez, David, Zero Honor, Gunstar Hero, Ed's Art and Minis. He rebranded, by the way, so he's got his own thing on Facebook at the moment. So you have to get invited to it. It's private at the moment. Gina again, and then Waylander on there as well. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely beautiful sausages. There we go. And yeah, I know it's kind of funny. You went, I can't remember the merch one, and that's the. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone. You're awesome sources for sure, and I'm going to line up because I know you all miss it. So here it is. One last time, big loves, and I'll see you next week or in the Discord. Bye. Don't forget to spam Normski with all your love and well wishes. We wish you a speedy recovery, mate. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Don't worry. Big loves to you, man.
Mommy, I think I wet myself. Ho ho!